Good night. This will be the third episode of the series where I discuss where I summarize some aspects of the research of the news and speak about what's going on right now and but several new things, both like new I discovered them lately and also several stuff that I discovered in the past, but I didn't speak about it because it was not really, it was out of place. I feel obliged to start this episode with speaking about, not about science, but my own personal circumstances. And there is something, nothing new, but there is something one thing, that bothers me so much, lately. It really irritates me that, whenever I think about it, I'm getting totally, really mad, difficult to concentrate, in anything, in the scientific world, because it's so annoying, and it's not necessarily the worst thing that happened. There were so many crimes that it's difficult for me to say what's the worst thing, but the issue that, is so annoying to me, personally, lately, is the issue of money, because, Jews are Jews, yes. I know the Jews very, very well. Believe me. I know Judaism, Jews and Israelis and Israel and the state of Israel, better than the great majority of Israelis and Jews or whatever people that live here. And yes, they have, the money issue is still yes, they are horrible with, they are disgusting with money. Yes, it's a fact. And yes, this fact contributed to a lot of misery during my life, but two things should be said, and it's so irritating. First, they were, since the 1970s, they are the dogs of the Americans. They implement whatever the master tell them, and the basic system of compensation, in generous compensation, or in forced money for every Nazi that is torturing me or advising me or painting me in the worst possible way and lying about me. This system was erected by the Americans and was maintained by the Americans. And this, we speak about money. We cannot, hide this fact. The Israelis are disgusting. The Jews are disgusting with everything that related to money, not also that, but specifically, with regards to money. But, who enacted this system? It was enacted by the Americans and it was paid by the Americans. And, how can they be so disgusting? Give all the money to my torturers and give me zero money, and actually take money from me so I will be as poor as possible. And this is still the case. I'm the poorest man that you know. I have nothing. I don't have my bank account. I have zero shekels, and I have nothing right now. I can't buy anything at all. But it's not even only the issue with the Americans and the Israelis, because with regards to money, something that I understood maybe 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and I even spoken about it, is that I understood that many intelligence agencies are interested in me, which is to be expected. If it wasn't the case, then you're pretty stupid, as humans, because I'm a representative of a very powerful species. What the fuck do you do? Anyway, so the Russians have their own interests, and the British and the Americans and other people mostly from the West, unfortunately, because although Iranians and several nations that consider themselves enemies of Israel, and I really don't know why, but it makes sense, I guess. But so yes, and as I say, unfortunately, I think that not enough representative of non-Westerns and non-Arab nations, and that's a shame. But what was very clear to me is that everyone they have their own agenda and their own whatever they think, and but what's common to everybody is that they think that I don't need money in order to exist. That money just arrives from space or from God or what, or that I pray to God and just money is just created on the table, or or like I ask starships and like an alien, like I mean, is sending me like a parcel like of like the intergalactic DHL or UPS with like a bunch of money. That was, I mean, this, I mean, everybody is, and like, and what the fuck? I mean, don't you see that I'm losing all my money because the way that Israelis treat me, and this was all part of the plan in order to, so I will be miserable and I will be just in the position that I am right now because they wanted to take everything from me. Like, I mean, to let me, to do, they wanted me to be their whore. It's not enough that they take, like, the nanobots, but they want everything. And of course, part of the issue is that to make me as poor as possible, so I'll not be able to actually even work. And I've worked very, very hard during my life, and I have excellent education and excellent profession. It's not that I can't work or didn't work, it's that they wouldn't allow it because they wanted me to be poor, because poor people don't have any, as Edmund Burke, like the English like philosopher, said that, I mean, that a person is free to the extent of, I mean, of how big his wallet is. And it's true. I mean, your freedom is, I mean, in great correlation of like I mean, what's inside your wallet. It's true. So if you don't have like nothing in your wallet, you are not free. And they knew that very well in Israel, and it was part of the plan. And I understood it's part of the plan, and I've spoken about it like so much, and everyone, like the Americans, the Russians, everyone, like the Iranians, everyone thought that, I mean, money is not an issue here. I mean, yeah, I mean, there are so many open questions, and I mean, like, I mean, it's like the international intrigue, and you know, and many like important thing to think about. But I mean, no one ever thought that, I mean, this person requires money in order to live, like that he has expenses, that, I mean, that he has renting apartment, and he has daughters, and he should pay like child support, and he's raising them, so he pays for their living, and that was out of the question. Like, if for some reason nobody even thought that it's something that, I mean, that they should care about at all. Yeah, I mean, Jesus, the robot Jesus will get money from God or from the aliens, or maybe like just, I mean, do hocus pocus, and it's just created before him. And this is, first of all, it's evil, it's egoistic, it's disgusting, because you've received so much from me, for your titans, throughout all these years, and you only paid for the Israelis. And this is so annoying, and so, I mean, so satanic, I would say, to pay for the torturers instead for me. And also, it's not only that it's so unfair that, I mean, you paid for the torturers instead of me, it also contributed greatly to my torture, because, again, I'm where I am because I don't have any money. If I was a rich person, like I should have been, like, because you've taken so much from me, it was much difficult for like all these like judges to put me in endless like meaningless arrest, and for the social workers to treat me as like a punch bag. Still, they could have done that. Yeah, I mean, rich people are also targeted by, I mean, intelligence societies, organizations. Specifically, it's very common in totalitarian countries like Israel and fascist countries like Israel. But it's much more difficult, and they knew it in Israel, and that's why it was so. I mean, and that's why you see the all, like, I mean, ridiculous charades of him. He's insane. He cannot, like, manage his own business. He cannot handle money. All sorts of like ridiculous, I mean, obscenities that are all aimed at me not having options. So I will be the whore, because, I mean, it's, I mean, just like Animal Farm. I'm like the horse, like, I mean, boxer in Animal Farm. I've given all my life, everything to them. Like, I mean, I work so the hardest I can, and they take everything from me. And eventually, I mean, they said, I mean, like the pigs, what about the skin? I mean, you now have it. I mean, what about the leather, the skin? Now give us your skin. That's exactly the Israelis. No matter how much they got, you still have the skin to give. I mean, what about the skin? Just like that. And this is the fact that it's possible. It's greatly related to the financial situation. And it's not very difficult to understand it. I've understood it long ago, and I've spoken about it, and no one thought that it's actually like an issue at all. Like, money is not an issue. He can, I mean, it's. I mean, let's not speak about money. It's like, it's so dirty. I mean, it's a dirty subject. I mean, we don't speak about money. Certainly not. I mean, when we discuss Jesus or robots or ambassadors of other like planets. I mean, let's not corrupt like the pureness of this discourse with discussing like issues like money. So we should not speak about money at all. Of course, we owe this guy tons of money, but don't worry, every cent is, I mean, to the last cent is being paid to your Nazi captors, so you don't need to worry about it. That was everybody's like stand, not only the Israelis. And I'm amazed by the fact, I mean, where should I get the money from? Well, and what do you think now that you understand that I have things that are of great value to you, and actually you know so little. I mean, the reality is so much like, in reality, I mean, as I said, you are all very narrow-minded, because if you had like even like a little bit of like intelligence and like open-mindedness, you would have understood long ago what is now evident, that I could have been the harbinger of like a new industrial age, and this will never happen because I will never let it happen. And no one that, I mean, of the people that sent me will, I mean, cares about you at all. You can be certain that as much as I hate you all, I have the most like sympathy for Earth, like, I mean, more sympathy than anyone else of the cherubs, of the people that, I mean, my species. For them, you are like microbes in a petri dish, just like that. And the fact that they do not fucking delete you, like just delete you, is because they believe in God, and they will not do such a thing without I mean, what they interpret as like the word of God. How do you interpret it? It's another question, but it's out of this discussion. I can tell you that if they weren't like a species that believe in God, they would just delete you. Like, I mean, like you delete a file in the computer, like from the operation system. Shift delete, so it will not even take place in the recycle bin. So no one will help you, I mean, from the cherubs. I mean, no one is ever, like, sympathizes more than me, have sympathies to you more than me. And I hate you. This is a simple, I mean, and why wouldn't I hate you? Look what you've done to me. So no, you're not going to get it. No. And certainly not for, I mean, please don't, I mean, discuss me and with proposition like, I mean, please give us that, and we will give you a hold which will only be yours, because it really, I mean, I'm about to puke of this proposition, okay? Keep your horse to you. I have no need for a mouse like in my life. One mouse is enough for a person, and I have my own mouse. I don't need another mouse. Thank you very much.